Hi, I'm Anne, the Black Wind Psychic. I am a psychic medium. I channel and I use tarot cards, but I am not a traditional tarot card reader. And it's important that you know that not all tarot card readers are psychic. As well, not all psychics are mediums, and there's some mediums who don't have psychic abilities. Most people don't have psychic abilities. Okay, I'm going to just do a short general reading. So I want to thank everyone that has subscribed. And if you leave a kind and loving comment, I thank you. And if you want a private reading that focuses only on you, then email me. My email's in the description. Email me and we'll schedule a reading for you. Okay, and if part of, some of, all of what I say resonates with you, it vibrates with you, then you are in proper alignment with quantum entanglement and you are engaging in self-love. Okay, so, and if what I say or some of what I say or part of what I say or any of what I say doesn't resonate with you, then that's okay too. Yeah, it's totally not necessary to leave an antagonistic comment. Okay, all right, so let's see what comes out. The energy of the past couple of days has been really, it's been really heavy and dense and pretty forceful energy. Yeah, it feels like the matrix is really dissipating. Either that or there's some really major shifts in energy happening right now. So yeah. So let's see. Okay, so that is that. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that's okay. So for whomever is watching, that's someone that you thought was your friend or someone that you trusted or someone that you trusted, and now you feel betrayed because of their words, their actions, what they have done. I feel a betrayal for you, but it is more of a betrayal of words, meaning so for whomever you are, you shared something with someone, or you became vulnerable to someone emotionally, and it looks like it was a person in a position of power over you, and so you shared your vulnerability to them, and you trusted that you trusted them, and you believed that it wouldn't go any farther than them. And so you have recently found out that this person actually told more than one person what you had shared with them. And so you feel really raw. You feel really betrayed. You wish you never would have told that person that, and you wish you have so many regrets that you wish you wouldn't have trusted them. You wish you wouldn't have told them. You feel so betrayed. This is such a betrayal. Such a betrayal. Yeah. And now you feel foolish that you put yourself in a position to trust this person. Yeah, because and the reason that the card that holds space for the divine is there is because this person positioned themselves. They put themselves in such a position where you believed that you could trust them. So you feel doubly betrayed. You feel betrayed by this person, but you also feel betrayed by yourself through your own conscious and your psyche. You feel like you have betrayed yourself. Because typically you don't tell people this, what you told this person. You didn't believe that they would do this to you. So it's what it is. It's quite painful and it's numbing at the same time. Yeah, it's really somber energy. It is an ultimate betrayal. It is, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Looks like you shared something with someone who, it was a trauma that you had been through and you didn't believe that they would, you just thought that they would, you thought that they would keep it to themselves. Yeah. Oh, and the reason that you believed that they would keep it to themselves is because that's what you would do for someone else. You believed that they would afford you the same respect and compassion that you would have given to them or to anyone. Like that's not something that you would never betray someone like that because of who you are. Yeah. So, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Okay. Okay. Let's see what else comes out. Let's see if that energy continues or it's really heavy. You feel so like that person didn't value you. Like, oh, it's such a heavy betrayal. Yeah, you didn't think in a million years that person would tell anyone what you had shared with them. Yeah, you believed in your heart space. You believed that there was just no question in your mind that you could trust them, and you did. And yeah. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, a couple of things here. So that's like a life-altering event. That is something that has, for whomever's watching, that is something that has happened to you that literally has changed your life. It has changed your outlook on everything. It's changed the way that you look at people. It's changed the way that you trust people. It has changed like what you share with people, and then it's changed everything. And then your overall outlook or perception on just life in general is completely different. Yeah, you were, I wouldn't say that you were naive. I would say that you were kind and loving, and you completely trusted this person. You completely trusted them. Yeah, and that's the truth. You trusted that person with your truth. And okay, but wow. And so this energy is still continuing. And that person that you trusted, they okay, what you told them, they sort of added to it. They added their sort of like their own spin to it, and they kind of like came up with a diagnosis as well, which there was really no need for a diagnosis. You just experienced some trauma. Yeah, but they like added to the story, and yeah. Okay. I'm gonna see how, and that's the sun. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the overall energy of this is that, and I can't stand it when people say this because it is such a it's such a stupid thing to say, because it's like saying, you know, oh, it's like talking about the weather. Like, I mean, or it's cold outside, like talking about how cold it is. No shit, it's cold outside. But okay, so all right, so yeah. All right, so the sun comes up, and that is the sun in this 3D prison space that we're in. It shines light on this, but it's dark ethereal energy is what it's derived from, and that's the Watchers. That's the Watchers. And so, oh, and what I was gonna say was, which is stupid, is like the overall energy of this is that everything happens for a reason. Well, of course it does. That is a moronic thing to say. No shit, of course it does. Of course everything happens for a reason. But for whomever you are, for whomever is watching, and you trusted someone and you feel betrayed, it's actually a good thing that happened, even though, so a couple of things came out of that. You were shown that that's not your person. You couldn't trust that person. That person didn't value you like you thought that they did. And it's good that you shared that with that person, and they kind of like, and they let it out there, and then they added their spin to it, because their spin to it, what they added, is incorrect and made them look not credible. But it got everything out for you, and it started like a healing journey for you. And so even though you didn't really want to, and it wasn't by choice, it's still getting you to where you needed to be stronger and more resilient and more independent, and so that you weren't just living your life on like hiding and not letting that trauma come out. So yeah, in the end, it was a good thing that it happened, because it changed who you are, and because of the like what this person added to it, and it formed gossip and everything. So higher realms came in for you, like the Watchers came in for you, and without your permission, they alchemized some of that energy, and you ascended. You ascended without even knowing it. You ascended mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. You ascended. You ascended, because they never would have come in for you if you wouldn't have ascended. See, you ascended, and it made you a stronger person, stronger, more resilient, more aware, more awake, more alive. So yeah, and it shed light on that person, because you believed that they were something. You were living in a bit of an illusion, and so it shed light on the whole situation. And so again, you're stronger and more resilient, and yeah, and see, and you are a higher spiritual, more ascended being, and that's why the moon comes in for you, because it is the darkest ethereal energy, and it comes in behind you, in support of you, and so yeah, you are living in a present moment. You don't have to alchemize that trauma. You don't have to do anything with it, because it's out already. It's out already. So yeah, your life is so much better. So much better. See, your life is so much better. yeah, and you know, you are, and I don't like when people say this either, but your pain was turned into power and awareness. So, yeah. Oh, see. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, so these cards hold space for, because for whomever that person was that you shared all of that trauma with, you believed in some fashion that that person was like a soul recognition, a soulmate, and then you were shown that that person wasn't, and then higher realms came in and actually canceled. If there was a contract that you had with that person, it's like null and void. It was canceled. It was canceled, and they have or are bringing in a real soulmate, a real soul recognition, a soul contract, a soul contract from higher realms. And that is the card that holds space for alchemy. So, yeah, everything that was done by this person is being transformed, and it's being used. So your pain is being turned into power. And this is a card that holds space for an earth angel, and that's a spiritual ascension. So yeah, I know that for, and you hold, that's the card that holds space for an earth angel. So I know that it was a really tumultuous time. It was more than that. It was it felt like you had no skin and you went outside in a snowstorm. You just felt really vulnerable and exposed and betrayed and betrayed. But I feel like now you can see that now that you're on the other side of it, now you can see that higher realms they put you in this position, and they probably put you in this position for this person to you know, support you and love you, but they didn't. They chose not to. They chose not to. And so higher realms came in for you, and so yeah, that's, you know, and so you're on the other side of it, and with a new soul contract, a new soulmate. So, and this is someone who is going to be more aligned, and it's a proper alignment with where you are, because you are a more ascended being. And that person just wasn't. The person just wasn't. So, yeah. And again, I can't stand it when people say, well, you know, everything happens for a reason. But it looks like it's good that all of this happened the way that it did, because it catapulted you to a higher ascension. And so, yeah, you don't resonate with that person anymore. That you believe that you trust that person so much that you believe that they wouldn't betray you, but they did. They did. And so now you're going to see that someone is going to meet you right where you are, and you can trust that person. You can. And because you are an earth angel, you will trust that person. You will. All right, I'm going to get out of this and see what else comes up, because that's just confirmation on that. All right, let's see what else comes up. You'll trust that person. The new person that comes in, you will trust that person. There will be no issue with trust. That's nice. The energy today, the energy that comes in is much, it's not as threatening and volatile and it's not as fragmented as it has been the past couple of days, so that's nice. All right, I'll show my cards one more time to see what else comes up. Because really are showing themselves a lot lately. So that is the dark ethereal watchers. They're super powerful, and they come in because they have this, I'm not gonna say that. They come in because they stand for justice. They come in and bring judgment to those who are continually doing wrong by to humans. And that's the sun that comes in with them, which the sun shines light on a lot of wrongdoings, and that wants you to awaken under this prison space. The genesis of it is dark ethereal black energy, but it comes in unison with that because it wants you to wake up. It wants you to wake up. Oh my gosh. And that's the moon. That is dark ethereal energy that comes from behind, and it's only available to ascended beings. But for the earth angel, that's why it came in. It is why it came in. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, because for this earth angel that we're talking about, all realms are coming in for you, which this doesn't happen very often, but all realms are showing themselves for you. This is because there was a man that you believe was your divine counterpart or a soul contract, and this person totally destroyed you, totally ruined you and destroyed you. And it looks like this person did a lot more than just reveal your secrets or gossip about you. It looks like it did a lot more damage. However, all realms that come in for you bring in and I've been seeing this a lot lately. This dark ethereal, these watchers have been coming in and literally canceling a tremendous amount of soul contracts. So you know how you hear people say, I need to do a cord cutting? You don't need to do a cord cutting anymore, because they're canceling these soul contracts. They're canceling them. They're making them null and void and canceling them, because they're bringing new ones in. And that's exactly what this is. These cards hold space for a man who rides on a black horse. That is the darkest of horses. That is a person who has the strength, power, tenacity, and wherewithal to live in their heart space and speak the truth. They live authentically. And so unconditional love, it's already there. It's already there. So that's what that is. So for the sweet earth angel that was betrayed, and you had a lot of things done, and you had a ton of things that were done to you. See, that's the death card. That is an end to all of that was done. It's an end to it. That is an end of the cycle. That is that soul contract. It was a soul recognition that you recognized in that person. It is being canceled by higher realms. It's being canceled. That's what the death cards comes in. The higher realms, cancel it. It wasn't equally yoked. It wasn't. And even if that was a soul contract for you, or a soul recognition, the other person, the counterpart to that, failed you miserably. And so this is justice and judgment and the balance of energy. And so they canceled the contract. They canceled it, and they're bringing in a new one, someone that you can trust. That's what that is. It's what it is. It's a new person that you absolutely can trust that new person. You absolutely can. See, because that's really nice. Yeah, and that's, so these cards just give confirmation for what I was saying. That's the High Priestess, and that's all the work that you did. That's what that is. It's just what you did. It's all the work that you did. Yeah, and this is, it's that person that betrayed you. It's 10 swords in their back, orchestrated by these watchers. They put an end to it. That's death. They put an end to it. That's what happens. That's what happens. That's what happens. It's just what happens. So, yeah. In this world of like entitlement and, oh my gosh. We just live in an upside down space. Like a lot of people believe that it would just continue on, but there's many of us that know that it wasn't going to. Wasn't going to. So, yeah. I'm going to leave this here. It's what is. That is what is. That's just what it is. It's what it is. They put an end to it. They put an end to the soul cut. You didn't have to do a cord cutting. They did it for you. They did it for you. They did it for you. And they are bringing in another soul contract. This is a divine union. That's a divine union because it's coming from higher realms than just here in this prison space. So that's what that is. Yeah. So I send you love and healing energy, and yeah, I look forward to seeing you again. I hope you have a really good day. My love to you.